name's Martin. You can find me everywhere online as Super Kick Marty, and today I'm going to be doing an overview of Lotso from the new Disney Villainous expansion, Bigger and Badder. I'll go over how Lotso works, what I like, what I don't like, and one big tip at the end. Okay, Lotso's objective is to have 4 heroes with 0 strength and Buzz Lightyear in the Caterpillar room. We'll get on to Buzz Lightyear in a bit and why he's deemed separate, but it's also worth noting it's not a you need to start your turn objective. It's just if you do it on your turn, then you'll win. It also says 4 heroes, but Lotso only has 4 total heroes in his Fate deck, so essentially it's getting all of them there. So what we need to cover is who are the 4 heroes, how do you get their health down, and what about Buzz Lightyear? Why is he separate? Let's start with the Space Ranger himself. Now Buzz Lightyear is a tile, much like we saw in Ratigan's character card, and so he starts off as a Guardian, which by Villainous standards is a hero, but he's not affected by hero actions on cards. It reads, neither Buzz Lightyear nor any heroes in his location can be targeted by vanquish actions. Pretty self-explanatory. However, if you play to power original factory settings, you can flip the tile over and then he becomes one of your allies. When using demo mode Buzz Lightyear, it reads you can only be used in a vanquish action with another ally, but when you do vanquish him, he doesn't get removed from the boards, and any allies that you vanquish, say if I vanquish Jessie here at the playground, she would instantly move to the Caterpillar room. Buzz wouldn't, he'd stay there. This is essentially Buzz marching around Sunnyside with his new team, rounding up and capturing his former friends. He's a super powerful ally despite only having 1 strength. Now let's look at our heroes. We've got Woody. When Woody is played, you may move all heroes who may be in the Caterpillar room. Let me set this up, let me try that again. There we go. When Woody is played, you may move all heroes from the Caterpillar room to any other location. If you have Woody's hat also in play, that would be discarded. He's a power 5, he's the strongest hero in the game. We'll get onto his hat a bit later. Jessie is a strength 3, allows you to discard an ally from Lotso's realm. It won't work on demo mode Buzz, that is stated in the villain guide, but there are many other allies that you don't want discarded, like Big Baby or Stretch. There is also another Fate, which is the effect Spanish mode, which not only would flip Buzz back, essentially like in the film, after demo mode they put him in Spanish mode and he finds his way back to being one of their friends, which so it flips him back to being a Guardian. But Buzz also in the movie woos Jessie as Spanish mode, I guess the best way to say it, and it would increase Jessie's strength by 1. You won't want this card played on you, but I love how thematic it is. Then we have Ham, who is 2 strength and must be vanquished by at least 2 allies. So ideally with demo mode Buzz and someone else. And then we've got Rex, who cannot be targeted by a vanquish with other heroes at his location, and other heroes cannot lose strength when Rex is with them. So he's a very strong hero, despite the fact he is only 1 strength. And the second part of that applies for a vanquish or a card effect, which could reduce strength. It's important to keep that in mind, because I played this the other day and I forgot, and then I won. So I was big. Now the other bit to remember is that you need to reduce their strength to 0. So with Lotso, when you vanquish, you reduce the hero's strength by their amount. If you completely vanquish them, you remove them. So Woody would go down to 5, for example, if vanquished, and you use these tokens to represent that and remind you. And then their power becomes null and void. So whatever the effect they may be taking is no longer in play. And at this point, you want to move them to the Caterpillar room. So that's the basic overview of what to do. Now, how do you do it? I will go over the 3 main things you need to do and which cards help you with that. So you'll need to reveal, you'll need to modify, and you'll need to move heroes. So, starting with revealing heroes, there are 2 cards that you need to find as soon as possible, as soon as you're starting to play. There's the 2-cost Welcome to Sunnyside, and there's a 3-cost ally, there he is, already played, Big Baby. And both of these allow you to reveal fates until you find a hero. Welcome to Sunnyside, when that's played, you reveal them, they go straight into the caterpillar room. Big Baby, once revealed, you can put them in any room except the caterpillar room. And both of these are great, because unlike, say, Captain Hook, you could be revealing heroes that become like a real hindrance. I think it's the Lost Boys. They now require 2 allies to vanquish them, so that's a real pain. With this, there are no other heroes that you're going to reveal that you do not want to reveal, so there's no additional hindrance. And then some of these, like Jessie for example, the effect reads, when Jessie is played, you may discard any ally from Lotso's realm. If I'm playing this, I may discard it. If I've picked it, I will not be discarding it. So for that reason, they're really safe to play as soon as possible. Next, let's look at moving heroes. So Stretch is a 2-cost ally who, when activated, may move any hero or guardian, i.e. Buzz Lightyear, from his location to any other. And you'll want to place Stretch anywhere with a hero. Currently my setup's bad, but you want to play him anywhere, so you can move him to the caterpillar room. And maybe playing them to the playground here is probably a good option, because you can move to Tri-County Landfill where there's a move ally item action, so you can move him to the library if I want to move Woody, or if he was in the playground I can move him to Jessie, so that gives you sort of the most options. Then you have the effect not age appropriate. You pay 2 power and you move any hero to the caterpillar room. There's a few of these in the deck, so go ahead and use them. Then you have to discard something snapped. If another player discards 1 or more cards, you may play something snapped, and you can move all your heroes to the caterpillar room. Incredibly powerful and could be huge in the end game, but your opponents may not be discarding cards later in the game. They may be searching more towards the beginning. So if you can play this, do it as soon as you can. But if it's getting towards the end and your opponents are closing in on their objective, it might not be worth holding on to. Finally, let's look at modifying, i.e. using these tokens on the heroes. Starting with the condition, where's your kid now? If an opponent defeats a hero strength 2 or more, you can reduce a hero's strength at Lotso's location to 0. So they're being very specific where they are, so let's set this up. So, sorry, I could have prepared this better, couldn't I? Right, Lotso's there, I'm waiting for my turn. Someone's defeated a hero strength of 2. I can then play something snapped. No, where's your kid now? Getting this all wrong. I can play where's your kid now. I can reduce Hoodie to 0. Potentially good, but it's so specific. I can hardly imagine seeing it being played. So you're safe to discard this as soon as possible, in my opinion. Then we have the item Woody's Hat, which will make all heroes in Lotso's round lose health by 1. Let's see if I've got them. There you go. Wouldn't apply to Puzzle as a Guardian, and it doesn't apply to Woody. Then we have 4 effect cards. The first one is Bookworm. Pay any amount to reduce a hero's power by that amount. So if I paid 3 power in, I could then reduce Jessie's power by 3 or 2. It's any amount you want. And it's a good card, and there's a few of those in the deck. The other one is Patrolling All Night Long, where you pay 2 power to reduce a hero not in the caterpillar room strength by 1. Not quite as good as Bookworm, but it's fine. These next 2 are good ones. Locked Up, pay 3 power, and all heroes in the caterpillar room lose 1 strength. So all of these here, not Buzz, would lose 1. And New Toys Don't Stand a Chance. Pay 4 power, and all heroes in the caterpillar room lose strength equal to the number of heroes in the room. So for this example, I've got 3 heroes in here. The Ham says when performing a vanquish action you need 2. Well, we're not doing a vanquish, so Ham would lose all of his health. He would go down to -2. Woody would lose 3, and Jesse would go down. Oh wait, there we go. Jesse would go down completely as well, leaving Woody just with 2 health. Both of these are huge, but make sure you don't play Rex in the room, as previously discussed, because they can't lose strength if Rex is in the room with them. And that's especially new toys don't stand a chance. That could completely swing the game, because if you played it, your 3 heroes in there, your opponents could be thinking, is your 3 in there, Rex is still there, and he's removed no health, so we don't have to worry about him. I'm going to fate player 3. But then once you've played that card, and that's one action to do all of that progress, you've gone from Ham and Jesse on 0, Woody on 2. That is massive. So that's a basic overview of Lotso. So what do I think? Well, I love the artwork. The cards really capture Lotso's journey, because some of the fates show him when he was happy. There you go. Lotso was so special. You know, back at a better time for him. Oh, I suppose actually that's probably the bit. I'll take that back, because he's probably looking just short through the window, actually, if I remember the film that well. But anyway, the artwork's fantastic. He looks so despicable in the villain guide and the character card. You forget how incredibly evil he was. So artwork-wise, I think this one the best, and the borders of the cards have little strawberries as well. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and take a picture. Artwork is fantastic, and like I said, his whole journey, the theme of what you're trying to do here is fantastic. This mover as well, I've really come around on. As I mentioned in the last one, I like him to look like statues or trophies. This one does look like his head, but the fact it does look like a little strawberry, I've really come around on it, and it does not smell like strawberries, just so you know. So yeah, I think his character journey is really good. It feels very thematic, and while I don't think it's easy to win as Lotso, it's not impossible, and I like the challenge. The one thing I don't like, and it's the only thing I don't like, is the absence of key characters in when you play as Lotso, and especially key to Toy Story 3. Barbie and Ken are completely absent, and I reckon there's something you could have done really fun there, with Ken being an ally, but then potentially becoming a hero. You know, the fact it says have 4 heroes rather than all, I wonder if they did have more in development and they had to change it. They couldn't get licensing or whatever from Patel or Play School, because Barbie and Ken not being in there, the potato heads aren't in there, Slinky isn't in there. So it's obviously related to copyright issues with the toy manufacturers, but there's so few toys carried over from the original, and from 1 and 2 it feels a bit barren here, especially as they don't appear on any of the images, even in the background. Not even Potato Head as the rap. He doesn't appear in that like that, at least than what I've seen. I'm pretty sure he doesn't. And I imagine they had to. This is why they went with Lotso as opposed to Sid, Zurg, or Al, because they were far more prominent in the earlier films, I guess. But you know, when we start the Toy Story 3, a bunch of the side characters are gone, so it does feel like a missed opportunity. Overall, great character. So, and I think they've captured Lotso really well. And as we're at the end, I'm only got one main tip for you, and it's sort of what I covered with the effect cards, with new toys don't stand a chance, and piling them all in there. If you're modifying as the game goes along, you're going to draw attention to yourself. You're going to make it seem like you're making progress. And also, there are a lot of fake cards which will take those modifiers off and undo that work, and so you're essentially wasting actions. So I would move the heroes first and then modify them with new toys don't stand a chance, and you're going to take a massive leap forward. Thanks again for watching. If you like this video, then pelt some strawberries at the thumbs up button, and grab your walking stick, whatever it is it is a little stick, and smash the subscribe button for my next video, which will probably be Syndrome overview. Drop a comment below with any feedback. We'll also put a little Easter egg in. It's probably very obvious what it is in this video, but if you notice it, comment below, don't say. And if you like it, share this with your friends who like Villainous. Thanks.